This just in, we have breaking news out of New York City, where a 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit around 2 p.m. this afternoon, devastating downtown Manhattan. It's too soon to determine just where the quake that was felt from Maine to Virginia began. But according to the U.S. Geological Survey, Manhattan's 125th Street fault is suspected. The damage has been overwhelming. Most of the destruction to skyscrapers has been limited to shattered windows and crumbling walls. But the more severe ruin is in the residential neighborhoods where unreinforced masonry buildings have been destroyed. Fire and rescue workers remained overwhelmed as the over 1,000 fires have been reported from damaged electrical and gas lines. Several water mains have also ruptured, causing a loss of pressure, further complicating rescue and relief efforts.
People are real quick to panic since 9/11. A lot of them thought this was another terrorist attack. The 911 switchboard received over 1,000 calls in a 2-minute time frame after the earthquake and completely crashed the system. We don't have enough rescue workers or hospital beds to accommodate all the injured. We need everyone to remain calm, get indoors, and let us do our job so we can get to those who are in critical condition as quickly as possible.
The USGS is concerned that smaller faults along the East Coast have shifted and remain unstable. Although an East Coast earthquake is very rare, the 125th Street quake has awakened a much larger seismic zone, and more earthquakes are expected to affect the northern and mid-Atlantic states in the coming days. Residents are encouraged to create an earthquake readiness kit to have on hand.
Oh, this is awful. Half the stuff we need is sold out. Geez, that lady has like 25 gallons of milk. Hey, lady, I got kids too.
Hey, buddy, hey, just because we had a threat of an earthquake doesn't mean you have to take all the toothpaste. I mean, geez, it's like they're not going to make any more. It's like it's the end of the world. I mean, gosh.
Oh, man, I never thought I'd see the day the police were patrolling the safe way to keep people from looting.
Yeah, and I just saw on the news that in New York, the looting has been horrible. People don't have homes there anymore, and yet they're stealing TVs and laptops.
Well, I'll tell you, yesterday when I felt the tremor, I thought the building next door was blown up.
Yeah, everybody relax. I got chocolate to help keep our else.
You're getting I get some bread. I'll be back.
Ma'am, don't you know it's against the law to use corporal punishment on a child?
He was throwing a temper tantrum. I'm just trying to get him from creating a big scene.
I'm going to have to take you in. You have the right to remain silent.
Come on, it was just a little pop.
Officer requesting backup. Safe way for a juvenile domestic situation. Let's go.
You cannot be serious.
Come on, Sonia.
Oh, that poor lady. What a shame.
It's like we live in communist Russia nowadays.
Well, I heard FEMA's been setting up locations for people to live. Families that have been disposed from their houses because of these kind of emergencies, they've got places set up for them.
It's a good thing they have places like that.
Well, what are they for?
Temporary housing in light of things like natural disasters, stuff like this.
Housing in prisons?
Well, they're not prisons anymore, Mel.
Still. I'll give you $100 for that toilet paper.
No!
Get out of here!
Dad, there is no more bread anywhere. What are we going to do if there's a real earthquake? This is just a threat of an earthquake.
I know, if we have a real earthquake, all this food's going to get destroyed right along with your house. You can't prepare for everything.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you know, just that you're in God's hands, so you better prepare your heart most of all.
So, like, more devotions and stuff?
Well, I mean, I'm not being legalistic about it. I'm just talking about spending more time in God's presence and building yourself up in the Word and maybe wasting less time on frivolous things like Facebook.
No, I know what you mean, Melissa. I've been spending a lot less time on some of the sort of fluff things in my life, spending a lot more time on the Word. How about you, Jim?
I'm doing pretty much the same as Melissa, only I have to go to work. She's at home all day with nothing else to do, so she's got nothing. I'm not saying that you...
Oh, you did it now, Jim?
Look, we're at the front of the line. Hey, let's just combine everything and we'll work it out later.
All right.
We have an update on the New York City earthquake. We have now learned that portions of the Brooklyn Bridge have collapsed, taking with it 84 cars. Rescue efforts are still underway. The city's biggest concern right now is the aftershocks affecting the Indian Point nuclear power plant. One of the reactors has suffered damage as the quake caused a crack in the core. Hazmat teams assure that the damage to the reactor is contained. FEMA has reported that nearly 13,000 buildings have been destroyed, and the death toll currently stands at more than 6,700. Earthquake loss mitigation estimates the cost of the physical damage and loss of income to be around $1 trillion. The National Guard has been called in to help restore the peace and assure public safety. A surge in the Hudson River that flooded Manhattan's Lower East Side will keep Wall Street and the New York Stock Exchange shut down until the water recedes and repairs can be made. There are no estimates on when that will begin. The Dow plunged a record-breaking 1,100 points today as 45 Fortune 500 companies headquartered in New York suffered losses in the disaster. The financial damage to America's economy has been staggering, and many analysts are concerned that there may be no way back. We have a breaking news story in just now. Due to the chaos resulting from this morning's earthquake, the president has just enacted a state of martial law. Under the directive of Readiness Exercise 84, the president has declared a state of emergency, empowering the head of FEMA to take control of the internal infrastructure of the United States and suspend the Constitution. The president is invoking executive orders that would include seizure of the news media, housing, and finance authorities, and the establishment of forced relocation areas. FEMA will try to keep families together, but they can't make any guarantees. A move that has many people asking the question, is this the end of America as we know it?